Hello, my name is Arlee Sowder, and this project is to discuss the possibilities of expanding We Fuel mobile gas truck company into the Huntsville, Alabama market. Urban areas remain congested with automobiles, yet gas stations are becoming more difficult to locate. In fact, between 1994 and 2015, the number of retail fueling sites in the United States has dropped about 25%. The concept of mobile fueling is very new across the United States, but especially in the South and in the Huntsville market. Over the last 6 weeks, market research was conducted to help We Fuel leaders to decide whether or not it would be a profitable move to offer their services in Huntsville. A little bit about We Fuel. It is a mobile gas fueling service, and the point is to eliminate the need to stop at gas stations for fuel. We Fuel offers a fill-up option using an app-based platform, so users can log in to the app and schedule their fueling on site. We Fuel has been very successful on the West Coast, especially in California. It's still very new to Huntsville, so there's a lot of research to go into whether or not this service is something that the Huntsville market could support. We Fuel leaders have outlined several objectives for the research that's going to be conducted. That is just to determine whether or not Huntsville shares similar traits as places in California that are doing well with this service. It's also to pinpoint the inconveniences and the emotions or behaviors behind consumers when they're pumping gas, and to determine whether or not consumers will pay premium prices for the convenience of not having to stop at a station. Research was conducted over a 6-week period, and that included primary and secondary research. The secondary research was collecting data that already existed. So using things like the census and data that has already been collected on Huntsville as a city was very helpful in collecting data like population, workforce, the transportation, the amount of smartphone and internet users, competition in the mobile fueling sector that's already in the Huntsville market, and other demographics that include average drive time, income, and how many automobiles per household. Primary research was conducted via online survey. This is a much more direct approach to understanding the Huntsville target market's wants and needs. And the online survey helped leaders at We Fuel measure respondents objectively. The online survey was conducted using a free site called Qualtrics. It was a 15-question survey that was multiple choice. Topic areas for the survey included convenience, age and generation, willingness to pay more for convenience, smartphone app usage, and transportation. Questions were tailored to give insight into respondents' emotions, attitudes about pumping gas, and to learn more about the values of time, money, and behaviors to Huntsville consumers. During the data analysis stage, all qualitative and quantitative data was used to help draw the conclusion on whether or not Huntsville was a good market for We Fuel. The data analysis process included validation, editing, and coding. So in the validation stage, we found that some of the questions needed to be revised so that we get the right information that we needed, which led to the editing stage, where we went in and updated some questions. And then the coding stage was the last part that we were able to code the questions or put them in a category based on certain objectives. And those categories were, again, demographics, attitudes about pumping gas, attitudes towards convenience or inconvenience, and usage of smartphones. At the end, we used cross-tabulation to analyze people's answers, and it was an easy way to see the different answers against other answers, which really allows researchers the ability to consider relationships between different variables. The online survey as well as secondary research revealed quite a bit about the Huntsville market. Huntsville is home to the U.S. Army's Redstone Arsenal, as well as Cummings Research Park, which is the second largest research park in the United States. So there's quite a bit of people traveling to work in the Huntsville area. 79% of the households have internet. 18.2 minutes is the average commute for employees in Huntsville. 1.2 million people live within 50 miles of the city. On average, each household has 2 cars, and 1% of the workforce in Huntsville has super commutes, which is driving time of more than 90 minutes. Research also revealed quite a bit of information about competitors. Again, the mobile gas truck concept is very new to Huntsville, and the competition is not really stiff right now, especially in the South, but there are other companies doing this in the West Coast, which some of the competition includes Field, Fuel Me, Purple, and Gas Ninja. What makes WeFuel different from its competitors is that WeFuel charges $7.49 each fill-up, but it does not increase the gas prices per gallon. It is important that WeFuel leadership be mindful of its competitors, especially Booster, who has established its own transportation equipment, routing software, and mobile app. And companies like Booster are kind of targeting corporate campuses, which is something that WeFuel should consider with the amount of workforce coming into Huntsville. The online survey revealed quite a bit about customers' thoughts and views towards pumping gas and towards gas stations. Consumers' trust in convenience stores has decreased over the last few decades. It was discovered through questioning that respondents said they dislike pumping gas, while 75% of respondents say that they value convenience. That's 50% of respondents who would pay more for convenience, and all respondents were extremely likely to use an app-based platform regardless of their age or generation. The survey revealed that it's pretty evident that consumers are emotional buyers, which means they are often willing to pay more for convenience. After looking at all the research, it is recommended that WeFuel does expand into the Huntsville market. It reveals that consumers greatly value convenience and will often pay higher prices, but it also reveals that there are some red flags that WeFuel should consider, because many states and local officials believe that trucks carrying gasoline can be very dangerous. So they must understand the risk and concerns that might arise by bringing such a business to a new market. But in the end, it appears that Huntsville should prove to be a profitable and prosperous market for WeFuel. Thank you.